Welcome, people, to the unknown world of freedom of speech. It's your boy Larry Belafonte, aka Price. What's the deal? And I got some special guests. I got my bros in the building. What's the deal? What's the deal? Make some noise for my dog. Yeah. Yeah, man, this shit is dope. Yeah, man, I got my brother. I got Oktane in here with me. You know, I'ma definitely let him intro himself. I got my bro Kami Osha. Yeah. Okay, making sure I got the pronunciation on pinpoint. But yeah, man, I'm pretty excited about this episode. I got my brother on this thing. This is the first group discussion, freedom of speech, vault platform, damn master. I don't even know what the hell to even having to call it. But this is the first version of that, where I got multiple cats on here, and who better than my brother and my dog Kami, who are just two. I mean, come on now, y'all already know what it is as far as Oktane is concerned. Now we'll get more into that, which this isn't his official episode yet. Y'all dig? Just want to make that clear. Or Kami's. You know, this is just the first.
Stand kicking game.
Yeah, I wanted my dogs to be a part of the first official group session, and so it's gonna be crazy. We in this thing vibing. King, don't you do it? Okay, my dog is in here. Yeah, I know King gonna always show up and show out. But yeah, man, so this is about to be sick, y'all. I think y'all really gonna enjoy it. For the people who are wondering why, first of all, say what's up to the people. Y'all, Kami, say what's up. Say what's up to the people.
What's good? Kami Osha.
Kami Osha. Make sure y'all pronounce that right. You dig? And then we got Jew in here beating the gum down.
Yeah, man, I'm my usual suspect, man. Oktane this thing, man. What's the deal, world?
Yeah, man.
Twitter world, internet world, what's the deal?
Freedom of speech, man. We on freedom of speech listeners in the building. We about to go crazy. This is about to be sick. I'm excited to just get these dudes' opinions on just so much stuff. For everybody wondering why in the world the episode was late tonight and just all bad, I had to freaking go to the dentist today. I got a root canal. I faced one of my fears. So, hey, y'all bear with the kid and show me some damn love, because that shit was a real thing. I went there thinking I was about to get my tooth pulled out. And shit, ended up getting a root canal and all type of crazy shit. They would numb my mouth. They gave me like 9 shots, numb my mouth. It wouldn't be numb. It wouldn't stay numb when they were trying to take the nerves out. I was feeling the nerves. It was crazy. They took out 3 nerves in my tooth. So the tooth, R.I.P. R.I.P. to my tooth. Let's get a moment of silence for my tooth, because it's gone. King, shh. Respect the moment of silence, dude. Tell me when to get water. Hey, but yeah, and so we finna talk, we finna kick some shit, man. I had a long day, but we up in here. I'm gonna show up and show out for y'all. Got something special for y'all since your boy did show up a little bit late. I ain't always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Yeah, fucking did. And it's crazy. So we was chopping it right now, man. Really, because this dude, Kami, is like a movie God, like, yeah, this nigga love movies, man. And it's like, we was just going in on just so much different shit, from movies to actors to just music to politics, man. We just finna chop some shit, man. There's so much shit going on that we can kick flavor about, you know? And first things first is we finna start with why Scream. So Scream was the movie that had you the most spooked when you was young.
Oh, man, fucking Scream. I just remember back, a nigga was like, however fucking old I was when Scream was on TV and on DVD type shit. And I just remember when the nigga would call on the phone and my phone ring at the same time for some reason and shit. I'm at the crib by myself.
Right.
Mom's gone.
Straight
I got
up.
all the lights off and shit. I'm running around the house trying to turn on all the fucking lights.
Right.
That shit really just crazy. It just felt like it happened to anybody.
I'm gonna tell you what, for me, because Scream was scary as fuck. I ain't gonna front. Scream was crazy, but for me, what started taking the value away from it was damn Scary Movie. Like, when them niggas put the mask on and start making it all funny and shit, threw the mask all in Walmart, you could buy it, and it was like...
Took the scariness from it.
Yeah, because Scream was scary, my nigga.
That was the first movie I was ever scared of.
Because wasn't it called, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer or some shit like that?
That's some whole other shit with, like, the fisherman dude. And,
Oh, so that wasn't that wasn't my nigga with the mask?
No, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's some whole other shit.
Oh, my fault.
That's like Jennifer Love Hewitt,
That's a
Brandy.
different one. But that was in that era, too.
Shout out to
I was
Brandy.
spooked to that, too. That I Know What You Did.
Yeah, I was spooked about. That was all them ones where they was calling. That's why I thought it was that nigga. That was when they was loving that theme. They'll call, have somebody call, and act like they somebody, or call and tell them, I know what you've been doing, or I'm watching you. That's when they first came up with that shit, so everybody in the movies was biting it. But so this dude, Kami, has, first of all, you know, tell him what it is that, you know, I mean, Juju, you could tell him what it is you do if, you know, if you want to break down to the Freedom of Speech listeners who don't know who Oktane is. You know, we are going to have his official episode, but just to get a brief introduction of who you are before we even dive all into the Freedom of Speech, just let them know who you are, man, exactly what you do and why are they even listening to you on this thing?
Me or Kami?
You didn't come.
Oh, word. Okay, yeah. Me, I'm Oktane, man. If you don't know, I'm one half of Audio Push. I do music, do visuals. I just bring the art to the world, man. I'm trying to have the world feel something other than shit that ain't out yet, if that makes any sense to anybody. But
Right.
yeah, man, we giving the real game to the game that they don't know that they missing yet. That's what we doing. We live in 3017 already, man. So I'm just trying to have people catch up to my brain and feel what we feel every day that's really going on in this world, in these streets, and what it looks like from this side in the IE, the best place on earth.
That's fire. Okay, and y'all do hear that. That is that gas pack being fired up, and no, that is not Weezy Wee. But we will have about freedom of speech one day. We always speak that into existence. But, hit that gas. You know when the freedom of speech, you know, special guest, I'm sorry, y'all. When the special guest on freedom of speech smoke that good gas, then I got to blow it down with him. So, y'all bear with us. Kami don't smoke, but... It's all right. My nigga get paranoid. And so, Kami, break down to the people what it is a little bit, what you do, where you from, you know, why they listen to
Shit,
you.
it's the king, the prophet, Kami Osha.
Okay.
Out of the inland, IE, if you will. Mm-hmm. Shit, freelance graphic design, photography, DJ for Trade Capital. Shit, I rap, make beats. Just have your hands in a little bit of everything. You know how it is.
That's fire. That's fire. Yeah, this dude's eye is dope. I'm crazy about this dude's vision, and as far as just on the artistic side, the homie be just seeing shit at different levels, and he from the IE, and that just, I mean, come on now. It's always amazing when that's the case. But what I don't understand is a movie card.
I'm about to get one of them shits.
My nigga got the movie
amazing.
card. I do understand the movie card. What I don't understand is using the movie card to see Jeepers Creepers 3 and shit like that.
If it's free,
Okay, so
Nah, I'm not taking time out
I
my
wish
day
I
for
had
that.
to use the movie card for that, but my shit actually hasn't came yet. But I just ordered it. But Jeepers Creepers, I actually did fuck up and drop that 15 on it. So
you paid for the Jeepers Creepers 3.
I'm more hurt. So
Listen.
the movie card just ain't got here yet. It's on the way though. I'm probably gonna
cool.
bullshit with that.
A movie card is cool. I wonder if you get a movie card for like you and your chick, is that like cheating?
no, it's like it's one person.
Or is that
piece of
like,
thing.
but what I'm saying is, if you get her a movie card and then you get a movie, like, baby, boom, this is a present for us or whatever, boom, we got movie cards for the year. It's the kid. Movies whenever you want. Is that like, does that take the, I wonder if that takes the like, excitement of
Hell no,
going
that
to...
make you the nigga for that whole
Yeah.
year. You know what I mean?
Right,
Every
okay.
time you make a call, hey, the movie coming out. Whatever little movie she see on screen.
Cause
any
now
preview,
y'all, since y'all ain't gotta
good.
drop
You
on
right.
a movie, y'all if she want a little snack or something, y'all might can splurge on that.
Oh, we gon' splurge on that.
Definitely, snacks have to
Listen,
happen.
that's what niggas know about me. That's the one thing anybody who's ever been to the movies know about me. I will fuck up my whole bank account at that damn snack bar.
Shit, not I.
Be there spending accidentally $70 on all types of bullshit.
Yeah,
and there were
definitely.
4
I gotta eat
nachos.
good. I gotta at least have a popcorn.
I'm hitting all
That
7-Elevens before the movie.
But yeah, there's also that. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
If I do the before the movie shit, I gotta get food. Like,
You
I'm
can
going to
do
go
that.
get some, like, Chick-fil-A or some shit.
Yeah,
or
I done
something
came
I'm
with
gonna bring
whole
off
burger,
in there.
fries, type
100%.
ordeal
Burrito
in
and all
there,
that.
all the
off
way,
in
yeah.
there.
It's
like,
all
for
about
sure.
your execution on how you get it in. It's plenty
make
of
sure
ways
your
to
girl
do it.
got
Have
that
baby
purse.
bring the purse.
That's
Throw the
it.
blanket over the purse like
See,
you're going to be cold.
The
It's a
purse,
quick
you ain't
thing.
even got to do that because I come from the time of I used to go to the movies by myself all the time. So I'm
Okay.
sliding it in the jacket. I done seen
Oh, yeah, if you got
videos.
the bomber on.
Niggas put it in a little baby carriage. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
knowing
mean-
all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, niggas be finessing the movie finesse. I mean, the quick one is get paid to throw that in a young purse one time and just yum and we off in there. You did? Because, I mean, I come from the time of pulling up to the movies with that thing. And if it ain't that thing, you trying to make her that thing. So come to the movies. What you doing?
Right.
But nah, but that's the shit though. And so why is it that you're so into movies? Like, what is it about movies that, like you say, you fuck with it because of like the art side of it, just the visual,
I mean,
or you just like it?
In the beginning, it really started out as a way of teaching myself morals and shit like that. You know, when you don't really have the proper parenting around, you gravitate towards whatever to teach you about life.
Right.
And movies always had like morality embedded in that shit.
That's
so
dope.
it was like I'll watch Pretty in Pink to learn about how girls like to be treated, or I'll watch Menace to Society if a nigga want to learn about how to be a man type shit.
Right.
So I'm watching all these different movies, and then you keep going, and you just realize, damn, I'm so deep into this. I really fuck with this. And then as I got older, you start appreciating the visual aspects of it, and maybe a special effect here and there, or the script writing. So it's just a gradual thing
That's tight.
over time.
That's the shit. That's the shit. Yeah. I mean, no, fuck y'all nigga dropping weed and shit. I really enjoyed that, and that's why I wanted you to like be here on the podcast saying that, because I feel like some people either are just watching movies for the pure, excitement. Some people watch it as a getaway. Some people watch it because they trying to hit something and they really ain't even watching it. They just trying to fuck and say they got her, they playing the game. But to take the art side of it, because when you really think about it, it's so like movies tell so many stories, and then certain movies really tell the future. Certain movies tell like it's so much shit that didn't happen in movies a long time ago that's happening right now, or like the Jetsons and like shit that be happening in cartoons and shit that is we fully be living and shit like right now. That's why I don't sleep on like all the crazy shit that I like. Smart House, y'all remember Smart House?
Oh, Disney Channel?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Like that's coming.
That shit exists.
It's already here. Niggas already got it, but I mean,
It's Iron Man's house.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
you've already seen
Damn.
that. Straight up.
And so, like, yeah, Smart House is crazy. But
And I'll be wondering, like, on The Simpsons and shit, like, are niggas photoshopping these pictures from The Simpsons, or is this shit that they really wrote in there a while ago and it's happening now? Like, even with the Donald
like
Trump shit.
yes. That Trump shit was crazy. That's why you can't sleep. Nah, nigga, they ain't writing and photoshopping. Them niggas they already know what's finna happen.
Straight up. People be putting it past people, but you have to think about what, just as a human, what you plan for. And when you're that rich and you have that much money, you're not just planning for next month, and you're not planning for next 6 months. You're paying billions, millions. You planning for the next 4 years, 5 years, 10, 30 years, like 50 years. Like, these niggas is rich, so their conversations is different.
Yeah.
Straight up.
100%.
Straight up.
Like they got the shit plotted out, even down to the cartoons. Cause you gotta think about it. The first cartoons, like Walt Disney's first cartoons, they was like racist as fuck. Like people, like the younger generation shit. Obviously, they don't gotta care about that because niggas got HSA and shit like that. Niggas don't even got cartoons, but you know what I mean. They got all the shit that they got, and Dora the Explorer, whoever Backyard again. So they got. They didn't have to, we didn't even really have to experience racist cartoons.
Right.
But to
Them
know
shits was just on
that
TV.
Disney, that what we watch and look at every day was stemmed from, like Walt Disney was racist.
You can go look that up. We not even just.
And that's not
angry
even-
niggas
yeah,
saying
that's
that.
not
Like,
even
that's
just-
a real fact.
That's 100%.
Like, you can go look at the cartoons. That's not a sane person drawing them pictures. You have to draw every frame of that.
Period. And so to know that, it's like you got to know that this shit has been set out, locked in stone. And so the Simpsons shit don't surprise me. You know what I mean? It's just like, what be more surprising is that they actually put it out and be letting the shit get out. That they giving hints.
Right. The fact they just let it slide in there.
That they want niggas to damn near know certain shit. Which goes on like, even let's hit on while we already on this little political vibe for a second. What's up with like, how does niggas feel about the whole like Vegas shit? I've been seeing little shit like, you know, we a couple days in, I hit on it on my Monday podcast. And it's crazy because the media have been doing everything in their power to like not address it as what it is.
I just want them to call it what it is. That's all. That's literally the only opinion I have on it. Everything else is the exact same standard way I would feel about any other terrorist thing. Just call it terrorism, please, God. Like, why are y'all so scared? I mean, I guess I get it, because then you have to actually put a face to terrorism, and it's going to look like little Tommy and little Billy, and yeah, you can actually grow up to be this now. Now this looks like you on TV, and I know that race isn't ready for that. That's the one thing that I hate that they're doing. And it's like, if your skin was brown or any shade close to it, that was a thug, or that was a insane so-and-so, or a terrorist, or just any, you insert it. You've seen literally everything to sons of bitches from the President of the United States to speak about dark people. And it's like, you won't call this man who literally hit a fucking Call of Duty type level spree on niggas, 50 plus kills, and you won't call this nigga a terrorist. And you can't give us a reason why.
I think I'm more mad at the fact that I was scrolling on YouTube type shit, and the first things I even see on this nigga are them like going in depth about his life and talking about how his girlfriend showed up at the scene, and they got interviews on her and they got interviews on his brother, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this nigga's life.
Nigga, bro. Like, they really started posting the fact that he was a licensed pilot, bro. Like a licensed I don't give a damn what this nigga did. This nigga
I don't remember them
people.
telling us nobody about the nigga that did Columbine.
Man, period. Or nothing. They don't tell you shit about anybody that's out here killing motherfuckers or telling you all the fun facts about the quote unquote 9/11 motherfucking terrorists and all this. Like, fuck all that. He's a murderer. It's simple as that. Why are y'all not broadcasting the people that died?
One kill is all it takes to be a murderer. One. He did that times 50. And you guys will still call this man everything but a terrorist. Like,
yeah, it's corny, man.
That's it. That's the only problem I have with it.
It's corny. It's sickening.
Paint the picture like it is, please, for one time. Just one good time, man.
Yeah, they're fully crafting the agenda out, and it's not okay. What's not okay is ignoring it. I'm at this point. At this point, you can't even control it. We can't do nothing about certain shit. Period. Shit's gonna happen how it is. But once you get to that ignoring it, and all that shit, I just can't. That's the one thing that makes me cringe. Like, it really fucks with me. And not even on a negative way, like on some like, oh, like it be more on some just like, yo, come on. Like, just wake up just a bit, because it's going to hit you. Did you think Puerto Rico thought that shit wasn't? Did you think Texas thought that shit was just gonna be? No.
I think a big thing out of all this is we gotta stop having these conversations via 140 characters.
Right.
Because this niggas don't either come with enough information, or shit's coming too fast before people got a chance to process it, and then you can't even fully come up with an explanation in 140 characters, and then a lot of people is skipping over the context of the situations. Like, Twitter's not the place to be having these type of conversations.
The internet, period. We consume so much energy at such a higher rate now. You literally aren't just finding out. You have to literally think about that. When you used to be a kid before the internet, you would just see it on TV. You went to school and shit was cool and you was straight. Now, you might see it on TV if you didn't look at your phone before you watched the TV when you woke up. Seen the shit on your phone. Then by the time you're at school, you done read it about 6 times on the way there. Right. Then you're in school reading about it, and all your homies is talking about it because they're looking at it. Like, we consume energy so much more at an exponential level. And it's like that we've never experienced what happens to society when this happens.
Right. And that's why we saying stuff like, that's why I was saying earlier, like, that's the same reason why I don't purposely watch scary movies and shit. Like I don't like consuming that energy. Like I don't want to see like kids these days, which is no pun intended, which is such a sick ass group name by the way. Shout out to them niggas. But realistically, like to know so many kids grow up seeing people in real life getting their heads blown off by gunshots, but they're not really seeing it. You get to visual because the world's starting certain shit like that, but you're not supposed to see that type of shit unless you're seeing it
in front of you.
Unless you're seeing that, unless you're living that, you're never supposed to see that type of shit. And so it puts these people in such a false reality that make them niggas think they really ready for the world because you're looking at the world, but you're not in the world.
Right.
It's two totally different things. And that's what goes, like, that's just piggybacking off the whole consuming the energy. You got to watch what you taking in.
I feel like I'm so desensitized to that type of shit. It was a video I seen of, I think it was one of the OVO dudes. He was like in a...
Yeah, Fifth. Rest in peace to Fifth.
Yeah. He was in...
I really met him.
He was in some type of,
hotel lobby or something.
I don't know if it was a lobby or it was like, you know how they have the things at the banks for like late night when you go in there and get your money and close the door and shit. But the two dudes rolled up and they just started shooting through the windows and I'm just looking. And then I go in the comments and I'm seeing people like make funny jokes and shit. And I'm like, damn, we really desensitized as fuck to niggas getting killed right in our face.
Like that was a real thing.
Until it really happens until they're affected.
That because I can say that's what Vegas did show me. I have people that were there or their friends were there that actually got hit, and it's fucking people up.
Period.
And it's like
now they taking life serious. At least you've seen that the shit is a little bit more like people in Houston. People like these people are actually, you know what I mean, experiencing these things, and it's forcing you. Because you can't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore these things, and you can't ignore lives being lost. You can sit on the internet and play them games all day, but when your shit ends up getting bombed, or when it was your uncle who died, like, then it's a whole different ballgame, and it's just sad that it got to come to that. You know what I mean? But
that takes me exactly to a video I was watching 2 days ago with this dude named Kane Carter who used to make the funniest fucking videos. And I used to watch this nigga shit like every day on YouTube. And one of his friends died and he stopped making videos for like 2 years. And he just put out a video a couple of days ago of a dude like asking him like, hey, where the funny videos at? Like, why you don't make videos no more? And he started explaining to him like how he started viewing life and shit after his friend died. And he was like, shit just ain't funny no more. Like, life ain't funny. Like, This shit is real out here. Period. And after he got done telling the story, I'm like, fuck, like, shit, you don't really stop taking everything as a joke until some shit really affect you directly.
Period. Yeah. That's what I was telling you though. Like, I don't get on scared. I don't go to Six Flags shit. I don't ride roller coasters and shit like that. Like, I don't pay to get scared because I've actually really been shot at. Right. Like, I've really had to look down barrels of guns. I've really watched people get shot to death in front of my face. I've really experienced these things. I've really been scared for my life or someone else's life, and so I don't pay to be scared. I don't watch the shit. I don't want to see demons because that shit is a real thing. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? I'm cool on all that shit, but to each his own. That's the beauty of the freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Because get it how you live. It's niggas who want that thrill and that rush, but a lot of that times is because you haven't really experienced it.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact, man. Period. Like, but to each his own. You can't force or be mad at nobody for what their lives was or what their lives experienced. And that's the beauty of freedom of speech. Everybody, like, I'm not mad at people who still watch the NFL and shit, because it's your life. Get it how you live, man. I'm not judging niggas for ignoring the Trump shit. It just makes me cringe. Like, it just is like, damn. Like, all right, man, whatever. You know what I mean? Just damn, another one. Cool. Stay over there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't hate nobody, because I'd be foolish, because that's you. It's your opinion. I don't know how you grew up in your house. You know what I mean? But that's on that, man. But what was we feeling about the music? What was you saying about DMX? Just to take it off of that for a second, because you was going.
And I wasn't even so much talking about the music. I was watching. I think it was Joe Budden shit. and they was talking about like DMX. It was either I was watching either Joe Budden shit, they talking about DMX, or I was watching Russ on Montreality, and he was talking about like how niggas don't really give people their credit or say how legendary niggas are like while they still alive. Like, and he was like, you either burn out or we watch you fade out. And when he was talking about like how DMX was one of the niggas to like burn out and shit, but it was like when you really think about it, like I'm even going like past music, like just DMX as a whole.
He was in movies.
Like,
he was amazing.
the movies this nigga was in was legendary. So legendary at the time, and you not even thinking about it. Like nigga, Belly, that's a hood classic. Man, like Cradle to the Grave, nigga, like
easily.
That's somebody's top something.
I think my
like,
nigga was in Romeo Must Die and some more shit. But look, on top of that, you can't even leave the music out. There wouldn't be no Swiss Beats. There wouldn't be no even Rough Riders. There's so many niggas. Like, DMX is really going bar for bar with Hov. Like, niggas like that backstage back in the day. And that's a fact. Like, that nigga innovated the game on a whole different level. Showed niggas what originality is. But that's a prime example of it. You know, it's crazy because I was just yesterday. Shout out to Lamar fucking Odom. Because I just seen this nigga picture on Instagram with his new little thing. And that shit really made me so happy, man, because I'm just like, man, this dude really almost died. He was dead to the world.
Right. We really
Niggas counted him out 100%. And to know, based on whatever that was, if it was from being with a woman or going through whatever in life, to know that was a real thing and then the homie bounced back from that. It's dope. Like, that type of shit is dope to see for me. I like to see light and life and real life shit happening and niggas doing dope shit and being pushed to do dope shit. Niggas ain't nobody saying nothing dope about Lamar Odom doing this shit. Good shit, Lamar. They want to see you go to DMX level. Like, DMX be beating charges, getting out rehab. Ain't nobody praising that nigga or nothing, showing that nigga no love. But when the nigga do something bunk, he got memes all around. These niggas, that's what that shit is. That's what it is. Like, until you get motherfuckers in here to innovate the game and change this shit up.
Straight up.
And show niggas the way. You feel me? Because it's like, until then, man, we got to be sucked in the twilight zone of shit. And it's but. That's why young motherfuckers, well, I mean, you young, but we was talking about like, because I graduated in 07. I was supposed to graduate in 2008, but I graduated in 07. The homie Kami graduated when?
2011.
Yeah, and it was just such a different world. Like, we was talking about like freestyling and how like we really came up on, and we only 3 to 4 years apart, if that.
Right.
And that much time, it just because of how the times changed. Because it's not even just about 3 years, because I don't think 1983
we were born in a space where time shifted
quickly and crazy.
like
and
we're right there, like that's crazy. I think about that a lot. Like we literally seen shit like that fast last I don't even know how many years of that was a great pocket to be the exact age we were.
we listen, if you were born in 1989, 1990, 1991, I'll even say 88, in like 92,
Yeah, that 5-year gap, 88 to
that's
92.
probably the most I can give it. Because 92 is even a stretch, but 92 is, I can give it 92.
Right, no,
Yeah, 92, you can do 92. 92 to like,
no, because I was thinking 87, but
you could think 80, you could say 87 and like 92. I would say that, you know what I'm saying? 87 to 92. You know, but even 87's era, like, they grew up on a different time even more than like that 88, 89, it really 89, 90 to me. Because the 90, 88, 89, and 90, because the 90s era, the 90s babies,
that's when it starts. Yeah.
we really got to the early 90s babies. We are the ones who got to really experience
Experience rap at pop level. Like rap was pop.
Life at pop, life at pandemonium level. Like the movie stars were stars. The singers, the rappers, they were stars. If a motherfucker was a killer, he was a killer. Like, it was just some crazy ass shit happening. Gangbanging was at its finest. Niggas was selling dopes, being millionaires in the hood. Everybody. Like, it was a different world, you know what I mean? But at the same, go ahead.
So what are they now?
And so the difference, what I believe within our generation, though, is that we had to be outside. So we like, okay, the benefit, the strengths that we have over my bigger cousins and our parents, and then my little brothers and people born in like 90 to me, and like not after like 93 and so on. We had to experience being outside. We had to experience really being in the world, the world for itself, with no distractions. And then we had to experience the beginning, the peak of the internet, the peak of computers, computer technology. Right. We were there for the beginning of it. I remember when they started putting them shits in schools for us to be on.
Literally. That shit's crazy.
Like, I remember seeing them actually bring computers in. I remember seeing the first little apples. They were clear backs and shit like that. Or no, the white ones.
Oh, you talking about the clear app?
With floppy, when niggas had floppy disks.
That was everybody hated app.
Listen, when niggas had, when having a floppy disk was a real thing. Bringing something on a floppy disk was a real fucking thing.
Like email, all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And so we experienced that, but then experienced this. I'm only 26 in this era.
Right.
Where the niggas who on top of the game and shit, they 18. Cool. I'm not that far from y'all niggas.
Fast, yeah.
And so we got to see so much, like, because niggas didn't go out. These niggas ain't outside.
Right. Like, these little niggas. That's probably the difference right now, is the internet took the whole curtain off. But it also allowed kids to be able to wear masks. So they do a lot of things that you see. Sometimes they catch it, and they scream World Star when it happens. When the kid isn't about the shit he was talking about. And then real world come up and smack him in the face. This is plenty of videos showing that, but it's like, that's that gap. We like, niggas had to really face reality. And the internet, it shows people's energy if they were able to just be a character.
You know what was a crazy shift? Like the way that y'all just explained, like remembering when the internet and shit happened. And I remember that too, but I was a little bit younger because I was born in 1993.
Right. So your ass barely missed it.
Yeah, I mean, I was here,
you was here.
But the way y'all explained that shift, that's how we felt when instant messaging happened. When you you could hit a nigga and he would see it immediately. When AIM popped off, when sidekicks came into effect, that's
so how old was you when that happened?
When sidekicks came, that was 10th grade. So that's the prime. We were like really on some shit in high school, and that's when you start figuring everything out. Like when sidekicks got popping, I was 10th going into 11th grade.
Right.
So we really got to fuck with them like that.
But what was your first sidekick?
Shit, I had a 08. No, I'm lying. I had a 3, a pink 3, and I have no idea how I got it. I think I came up on somebody's shit, and then after that, I had a 08. And then niggas kept having an 08 forever. And then you upgrade to the LX. And that's when you was feeling like you was luxurious.
I had the Sidekick 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Like my Sidekick 2 screen, my keypad used to be, it was all gray. The Sidekick 2 was crazy with it felt like a fucking video game controller.
Yeah.
And that whole pop up, but that shit will come up just like this.
Literally, it'll start coming up.
See, I feel like Sidekick didn't even get cool until the 08.
Nah, but that's what I mean, because you was young.
Because I remember
younger. Not even going to say young, but you was younger.
That's the gap that we, like, I remember being old enough, like, what the fuck, what the fuck, your screen flip up, like, what? And I'm old enough to go cop one or find, like, get it, like,
when
it felt like such a big jump, though, because before I got the 3, we came straight from chirps. So we was I-215 in it.
Yeah, niggas had the chirps. But that's what I mean. Because you're not far from us. But
grade when the chirp.
See, I was in 6th grade.
I had a chirp. That's what I was finna say. I had a chirp when I was in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Right. My first chirp was
because we're not gonna talk. But we can't say of when we had our first ones. We gotta talk about when they were popping, when they were on the scene. Whether or not our broke ass family or not got us one.
When I was in 6th, that felt like when it was like at its peak.
What?
Chirps.
When you was in 6th grade?
Yeah.
Probably,
I remember being in
because
Rialto.
I was in about 8th grade. Yeah, I was in like 8th grade because that's when they first came out. The I-205, the big blue block one was the first one. Then the I-205 was the first one that everyone had that came out, and that was when I was in the 8th grade.
That to me that was when it peaked.
So you probably
6th grade.
So you probably you were in the 6th grade because I graduated early. I graduated in 2007. I was supposed to graduate in 2008, but so that still would have made me in 9th grade if you was in 6th grade. So I don't know, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sidekicks was booming, but it's scary how that 3 years will make the most difference in what you experience or the world you're in, the world you experience. It can. But tell me what you think on that. Like, do you feel like the people that were born in 1993 and on, like, got to experience shit, or, you know what I mean? Or as
the
far
weird
as,
thing about being born in 93, 92, and 94.
Not 92. 92.
Well,
92 is
may kind of, but not really.
You're
but
right.
more so 93 and 94. We had the shift of everything. Right. So it's like niggas was kind of outside for the first part of your life, but then you start getting into the internet, so now you're not really outside.
Right.
So it's like we had the best of both things. So we knew what the older people was talking about, you need to go outside, but we knew what the new young niggas was talking about, like, this internet shit popping, like, we got to see Vine, we got to see YouTube, but we still got to play basketball, football, like, we got everything.
Right.
So 93 was like, to me, that's a golden era. That's a fortunate era, because we get to see everything.
Yeah.
We got
no, keep going, I'm sorry.
But, like, even music-wise, like, all the best shit came out when I was, like, in middle school, barely about to start high school, like, 08,
like
shit. Carter, all the Carters.
Shit, we came out in 08, 09, so that's scary.
Shit, shit, everything 50 Cent was doing.
But that was when 50 came out, I was in the 6th grade though. So that's what I mean. When Get Rich or Die Trying came out, the first album, I had to be in 6th grade. 6 or 7. No, I was in 7th grade. I'll take that back. 7th grade. I was in 7th, so what, you had to be in 3rd, 4th? You know what I mean? And so that's how much of a difference that is. Listen, think of this. When I was in 7th grade, right, I was selling weed. It's a fact. It's on my granny, rest in peace. I was selling weed. Shout out to Chico, Rano, and Ruthless Mob. I was selling weed. I had one pair of Jabos that I wore every fucking day. I was watching Baller Blocking, and I wanted... You don't even know what Baller Blocking is.
Is that like...
And you love movies.
Wait, that's a movie?
Exactly.
What is it?
So Baller Blocking is that's just awesome. We caught that on Freedom of Speech. But that's the time difference. That shows right there the time difference gap. So Baller Blocking is Cash Money's first movie. That's Lil Wayne's. My bad. So if you go mention Carter, if you're gonna mention Carter, you got to see Baller Blocking. We gonna watch that shit tonight. Baller Blocking.
You heard the block is hot and shit. Right?
Yeah, of course.
But listen, Baller Blocking had Juvenile, Turk, BG.
So they had the whole film.
It was the full blown film. You're gonna love it. And these are the films I love. That's why I can't fuck with this shit now, because I grew up on Baller Blocking. I grew up on Friday on the real fire ass shit that we all know.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't take 30 years. Like, that was literally a quick slice in time that you had to be in a certain window to even witness. Like, that shit.
Yeah, that's how,
like,
exactly.
That he hasn't seen, like, that's what.
And he's only 3 years. And he's only 3 years.
It's not no time.
And
when did it come out?
When we was lit. I was watching it when I was in 7th grade, but that's why I'm trying to tell you what that contrast
But your
is.
7th grade was what, like my 4th?
But that's why I'm trying to tell you. That's how much of a difference it was of how being born in 1990 and being outside is different. When I was outside in 90
No. Baller Blocking came out later than that. This came out.
No, it wasn't in 90 because I was in. That's what I'm saying. I was in the 7th grade.
I didn't even start listening to rap until like 7th grade.
My point. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's different how you grew up, too. Yeah, exactly. It's different.
We was only allowed to listen to R&B and like gospel shit.
So that's another thing too. Yeah, because the younger homies do probably like Cedal and them, but they 92, 91, 92 anyway. But they grew up watching Baller Blocking and shit too. But that shit was Bible. Niggas was watching that every day going in. That's why I wanted to wear Jabos, white tees, sell weed. Nigga, them niggas was everything on Baller Blocking. On top of it was Wheezy. Early Wheezy. Before that nigga was Wheezy.
With the dress. And that nigga had braids.
He was just Lil Wayne when he wasn't even the star of the shit, but he was. If you knew, you knew. Niggas love Weezy. We gonna watch tonight. Niggas loved Weezy Weed back then. But that's what I'm saying, bro. That's how much of a difference that time period was. Because let me see. That means that was 2002. When I was in 7th grade. 2002, 2003. When that movie come out?
2000.
So 2002, 2003. That's how, like, for instance, I remember counting down Y2K.
I don't remember that shit at all.
Like, bro, that's
My point. Like,
I
that, but
remember
that's
literally
scary.
thinking like, damn,
I
is the
probably was
world
in the
really
house.
in?
But you probably, no, you was in the
Bro,
house. You
I
was
didn't
just
even
little.
know there was like a
'Cause you
world
was-
supposed to end.
Because you was
that's what
little.
I'm saying.
You ain't
Like,
supposed.
we
That's
got
what I'm
to
trying to
see
say.
those things.
That's how big of a difference that 3 years was. We was fully aware of what the fuck was going on.
And
But
was
you
still
and you
able to
was
be
probably in the
fully
same
aware.
house. You could have been standing right next to me in the same house, but just not knowing what the fuck happening, or at least how important it is.
I think
You
I
just see
was there
niggas
like
walking
7.
around.
Right. But
I
we
was
were still
10.
fully aware, like, it's a small window, like the same era of like sidekicks and shit. Like, I was still fully aware to be like, damn, that's crazy. AIM is crazy.
If you
Like,
think about it though, 3 years is a lot of time. That's
yeah.
that's
It can
freshman
be.
year to what, junior year?
But not in this era.
senior year?
Not in this era. Like in that transit, because that's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't think there was a difference between someone born in 1983 and 1986, or 1981 and 1984.
right. You didn't miss that much in that decade. Time
Because they
moving
was
way
only
slower.
doing so much shit. They was only able. You get what
Time
I'm
is
saying?
moving way
Shit moving
slower back
quick
then.
now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to experience
Quick.
all, so that's even that small window.
That's-
it's crazy. Like, now think about the window of how Brody,
Yeah.
like
That's what I was
kids that
gonna
are
say.
being born right into iPads.
Yeah.
Right off the gate, 1 years old. I know how to unlock this motherfucker.
Put the code in.
I know
Everything.
what my mom's doing when she keeps. I know how to answer a fuck. If I watched an infant slide their finger and answer the phone call, and knew what they was doing.
That's their program.
Like,
they come into
The shit that we thought was the Jetsons, they're being born right into.
That's what I was explaining on one of the episodes, and just explaining like to my mom and shit. The reason why these young motherfuckers grow up and they're smarter than us is because of what they come into the world seeing letters
They're
and
born in the
numbers.
new year.
They're born into the matrix. They come, like we grew up playing with rocks and mud. I really played with mud pies, mud balls. We was really having war with mud balls and shit like that outside. Like it was really cracking. We really created a whole BMX in Rialto. We created a whole BMX track outside. We made dirt ramps. We made dirt hills and turned that shit into a whole track. Like we was wild with it, cause niggas had to be, but at the same time, we was only limited to doing so much cool shit. These niggas now will build a virtual fucking BMX track.
Yeah, right. And then you have the video game that looks incredibly real now. Like I remember my dad telling me about like Contra and shit. How he thought that was like the coldest shit in the world, and we have shit like Call of Duty.
No, fuck Call of Duty. I just seen the face scan shit for 2K.
Right.
Niggas
I was like,
is
what the hell
identical.
going
I'm
on?
talking about the homies is really on the game. Like,
Yeah, I'm doing
seen
mine tonight.
SO and was like, yo, that's SO right there on the screen. That's crazy. And he looked just like him.
Shit, I remember playing GoldenEye thinking that was the hardest shit
It
ever.
couldn't get no better than Mario Kart.
Like what?
It couldn't get no
Graphics
better.
was all time. Like no, nigga. Like it's kids that are born into getting a face scan. Like it's probably little niggas that really got their face scan at 14.
My little,
on that bitch.
no, not even 14. My son's 6. His older cousin's like 10. That little nigga's on 2K every day.
10 years old, born into the face scan.
We was playing the game at 7. Hey, I remember playing my Super Nintendo religiously at 7.
Think about how far ahead they'll be. Like hacking a computer, that's going to be kid shit, literally.
I remember niggas was hyped just to figure out the codes on MySpace.
Like coding, yeah, like straight up.
But that's that transition. That's why.
But do you think they gonna get smarter or they gonna get dumber?
Listen, no, this is what it is.
That's
No.
what
They're going to. This is exactly what's going to happen because it's already happening. They're going to get smarter, but they're going to get lazier.
Right.
That's what it is.
Because they're
skip
smart. The outside part. They don't know any of
They
that.
skip the work part of all of it. You don't have to go outside to even get your food.
Right, you're
you don't
seeing it
have
happen.
to.
You're
You don't
seeing
have
kids
to.
that are
You don't.
becoming millionaires super young.
You
These
don't
tech
have to
niggas super
work.
young.
Niggas is all. Everybody want to just make money from the computer, which means what? Staying at home. No hard labor. No one works. Everyone's.
Hey, I thought about this last week. What's gonna happen when everybody figure out that you don't need a job to make money? What the fuck's gonna happen to regular jobs?
It's what's already
happening.
happening.
Malls are shutting down everywhere.
They're putting virtual workers in many places. You could go in plenty.
Stayed in that hotel, ran off of computers in New York. I forget what the name is off the top of my head.
They got an Amazon store where there's no workers.
Exactly.
You can just go in, lift some shit off, and it automatically charges your card.
Exactly. They have a few places like that, but that's what it's coming to. When you get one of those, that means it's possible. It's just slowly but surely. Everyone didn't fuck with the microwave at first.
Yeah.
It took niggas really feeling like, okay, we need this.
Them self-driving cars I just seen.
That's coming.
Me. No, they're already here.
Yeah, and the homie did shout out to Idris. He was on one of my episodes, Freedom of Speech. He's developed some of the wild ass shit for those smart cars, for Uber.
And yo, that's scary, bro. iRobot, that's finna be a real
smart
thing.
house.
Real. What?
Jetsons. That's why we gotta stay with the times, but that's why it's dope. That's why it's dope that we know what we know, and that's why it's niggas like me, our job to put the game in. Like that's why I got this podcast, because we 3 years apart, and even though we should know the same shit and appreciate 100% the same shit, we don't. Because when I was 10 and the OJ trial or whatever was on, and that was a real thing that everybody was tripping about. My whole family was in the living room watching it. You was probably in the living room watching too. You just was a kid and didn't give a fuck.
Running around, right? Didn't give a shit about it.
Or y'all all in the room playing the game because y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? And so that was the world so it's our job. Not even on no old head shit. I'm just a real nigga. I'm 26. I gotta be the one to make sure our young niggas ain't forgetting certain things. Y'all don't gotta remember fucking Roots as far as the movie. Y'all can remember the facts about Roots. Y'all don't gotta see Roots.
I'll never flash on the kid like you've never seen Roots.
Bro, I hate that fucking
like that
movie
shit makes sense to me. It makes sense that they wouldn't see that movie.
That shit is so long, bro.
It's like 20 of them. You can't even say
but
it.
You know what I am gonna get on niggas' heads about they haven't seen, bro? The 5 Heartbeats. That movie is amazing.
Like that type of shit's
Shout out to Sky Townsend and her dad, Robert Townsend. They the fam. I'm gonna have to get her.
You know what's crazy though? Even when a lot of niggas see that, they won't know that nigga was in fucking Parenthood. They won't know that nigga was
put two and two together.
The superhero shit on Disney Channel, Up and Away.
Yeah.
Like
Meteor Man.
She just old nigga to them.
That nigga, Robert Townsend was amazing. 5 Heartbeats is incredible. But this is for me. It's I hate when niggas ain't seen Temptations and certain shit like that. It's shit I hate. Like for me, you hate Color Purple. I love Color Purple. I'm not mad at people who don't like Color Purple though, because Color Purple is preference. The movie, because that movie, it's about the movie.
Yeah.
It's still also too. It's not always about the message. I say that about gospel music. Just because it's gospel, don't make it dope. Just because it's about God, don't make it dope. Nigga, the music still gotta be good. Nigga, just because it's about slavery and talking about black life, like that's what we get out.
I can't watch it on slavery, man. That shit is so depressing. Like even on an educational level, I just can't bring myself to watch it.
I feel like as like kids or people, period, if you're black, like that's something that you have to know exists.
Django is
that's exactly what they want. They want you to forget.
Django.
They want you to forget literally how close it was when they was literally tripping on.
It's not far.
But should we still be remembering?
Hell yes. Why? Because it's still happening.
I think it's that part too. It's the fact that the in the space that we're born into now, we don't even remember the fact, or kids don't even remember the fact that their ancestors were literally forced here and dropped off here. Like your Spanish friends speak Spanish, your fucking English friends, they all speak. I'm talking about like Britain, wherever the fuck they're from. They all speak that native language. Where the fuck do black people speak? We don't speak shit.
Like some of it, I get what people are saying, but some of the things that niggas want us to remember, it's like, damn, y'all making me feel like I gotta hate this nigga that doesn't even know.
Listen. So check this out. So listen. So this is what it's about. Yeah, for me, I grew up a Christian. Like my mom was a Christian. She preached. I grew up with all that, right? So I grew up believing in Jesus. And Jesus, if I close my eyes right now, the Jesus I see is white with blonde, with hair, curly hair, and blue eyes. That's the Jesus I see and know. If I ever think of Jesus, that's all I know and think of and see. But if you even go off the Bible, which I don't even base my life on everything about that anymore at all. But if we do want to just go off the Bible clearly, the description of Jesus is a whole different. It's a hair like wool, feet like bronze. The book that they're reading and studying and telling you that is going to save your life every day is clearly describing the man as the savior as a whole different person. So I said that to say that gives you power as a black man, as a black person. If that don't give you power, and that's not a negative thing, and not we're stronger than everybody, that's uplifting. Because if the Bible is what everyone says it is, and in that Bible, it says that Savior had hair like wool and feet like bronze. That describes me. That sounds like me. That gives you power. That should make a nigga, I guarantee you, if more black men knew that and really believed that, and that was embedded in them since they were young, we wouldn't have what's going on in Chicago. We wouldn't have what happens in the IE in San Bernardino County. We wouldn't have all the murders and all the shit we wouldn't have First 48. Right. Full of black men at least. And that's a fact, bro. But niggas we don't have nothing. We don't have no power. We don't have nothing to hold on to other than get money. Be a football player, be a rapper, be a basketball player. That's our ambition as black men. There ain't. That's all niggas know, and that's weak. And that's only because we don't have anything to be like, damn. So when I started really doing my research and I found out that the richest man on the planet to ever walk this earth, Musa, was the richest man factually ever documented to walk this planet, was black. These are facts. Niggas can look up. You can look up that half the shit that's invented on this planet was stolen from black people. That was invented by black people, and then white slave owners were stealing it and not giving them credit. Because what you gonna do if I own you? If you're a slave, I own you, and you create a can opener on my plantation. Master, look at this. You don't gotta go take that can down to Master Patty no more, because I created something for you, Master. You gonna love this. And he popped the can open with the can opener? Do you think that nigga's gonna go take that slave around and show him, look at what my slave did? Boy, how you make that? And that's done. That's a fact, bro. And that is why niggas need to know that. Because when you know shit like that, one, it'll make sense of what's happening in the world. It'll make sense of why niggas...
You gotta think like as a slave, he don't even know about making money or a business or none of that.
He's not allowed to.
He's not even allowed to know how to read. Like, this is factual things. So, yeah, like of course, so you think the first book, then you have to understand the fact that they killed, you can look all the shit up. They killed all the people that knew how to read and told everybody else, if you want to learn this shit, you're basically going to die. And then the very first book they let any slave get was a Bible.
And then they use the Bible to justify them kill. Like they'll go to scriptures in the Bible saying, "Oh, you know, listen to your obey your master, this and that and that and that and this." Like, and so I'm saying that why does that matter in 2017? Let's bring it home. Because niggas be like, oh, why are you dwelling on that? Why are you dwelling on that? What does that mean in 2017? The same reason why niggas are dying all the time by police and nothing's happening. And the reason why that makes me mad when niggas be like, well, what about black on black crime? Bitch, black on black crime, niggas go to jail. Bitch, we don't get away with black on black crime. Right. It'd be different if niggas get to kill each other and y'all not arresting us. Then I'm not gonna say shit.
We all know that don't happen.
We not gonna say shit. Niggas are getting to kill each other. First of all, y'all bringing the guns to the hood. Y'all letting us kill each other.
First 48 about it.
Y'all letting us kill each other, putting us on TV like First 48, making money from it, then giving niggas life. So you're either dying and so the reason that shit matters is because it's already, if you do the research, it's been planned and plotted. And in order to ever know how to defeat anybody in war, in battle, in anything, you gotta study them.
You gotta know how they came through.
How the fuck you gonna win at anything if you don't know how to study
into
them?
The finals, not watching no game film. He is not just at the crib throwing his kids around.
You finna start doing videos. You gotta study. Or are you finna just get out here and just try shit? You probably gonna do that, but you're gonna watch some YouTube shit.
Always.
That's studying.
And then that's the flip of that too. We also are still in the internet age where you can literally go and look this shit right on up anything.
That's why ain't no excuses.
Smartphone.
But go ahead, like, and this ain't even on no drilling, like, oh my God, learn y'all history shit. I'm trying to tell y'all that because it gives you power. It shows you like, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I think that's what it is.
What?
Shit, because I hate it when I heard like any old people go, because I'm like 3 years is not as long as it feels or any of that shit. Like, I'm talking about older niggas that was like, yo, y'all need to know y'all history, this, that, that, this. Like, man, listen, the shit that they talking about is some real shit. Like, it's some shit I wish I would have took serious at that age. It's crazy.
And then it's like this, bro. Why ignore it? It's not that long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like we're talking about something.
So
the shit in the Jesus, in the Bible shit that they talking about, that shit is documented to be forever ago. If it's even real, it's documented to be forever ago. Nigga, your great, great, great grandpa was a slave.
Yeah.
Period. That's not that far,
That's
bro.
not far, bro.
That's not far, fam. Like, that's close as fuck. And to know that, nigga, just to know that, bro. I just said this on my last podcast. You got to think about this, and this is why this matters. I'm going to tell you this and leave it at that. Nigga, slaves were slaves for over X amount of years, for over 400 years, however long they think. But let's say it was 400 years. 40 years, whatever the fuck. 1 year. Let's say it was 1 year of every slave that we know was on this fucking, in this country. All those millions of black people working for free, my nigga. Let's say that was for 1 year. Free work.
We'll just say free work. First
Free
off,
work.
register that, make it real. Free work. Think about the job that you do, whatever that is, and think about doing that for free.
Because they weren't just slaves, nigga. They wasn't just massaging backs and bringing grapes and shaving massa. Niggas was out working. They were picking what? Cotton, my nigga. What is made of this?
Factual, bro. Like,
what is this made of?
It's people like.
What is on your back? Shut up, King. You ain't on this episode. We gonna get you on one. Shh. He thought that was the door. Shh. He thought it was the door, y'all. What's on your back, though? What do we have to wear every day? What do you have to put on your back every day to not be naked? Cotton. That's how essential that shit was back. Imagine how essential it was back then.
Right.
Nigga, they're picking it all day. Nigga, and picking cotton was not easy. Niggas, thorns and shit on the shit. Have you ever touched the bushes with thorns? Nigga, be hot. Step on a thorn and shit in the IE.
That's your job. All day for free.
For free, though. For a year. Even though we know it was way longer than that. But let's say for a year of all the slaves. My nigga, that's money for... Where do you think all that money is at?
Yeah.
That's why it matters to know. Nigga, we started a race where the person we're racing lapped us already 4 times, 5 times. You gotta know. And it's our motherfucking job to make sure niggas know on freedom of speech because it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. You seeing what's happening out here? Niggas just killed 58 people and they won't even call them a terrorist. But we sons of bitches for not standing. Bruh. And this is the president, bro. This ain't fucking Carson Daly.
And then what trips me out is literally those exact same people will say the phrase, all lives matter. How the fuck do any of those circumstances even compare and you say those are the same? Even if you didn't even say what color either of subject A or subject B was, you would never say that those two are equal in any form. But I just don't understand that as a concept. It's crazy. It's a weird way they've watched it, man.
But it's cold, you know. And that's why it's up to us to be fresh with the message, deliver it right. Because the problem and the reason why it never got to the youth and it got to the dope motherfuckers is because it was never delivered right. Niggas want to preach it in not a dope way.
They never told you how powerful you fucking are. And that's like the realest statement.
That nigga, we naturally the strongest, smartest motherfuckers on the planet. And that's not on a flex. Like, if you don't think that there's a power in the fact that a nigga can go outside all day and not get sunburned. I can sit all day in the sun and seep. I can sit in that shit all day, naked. 115 degree weather. And nothing's going to happen.
You know, it's crazy. For a long time, I didn't even know that sunburn was a thing.
Oh yeah, for real.
Because living in San Bernardino and shit, like as a punishment, my mom used to make me sit outside in the sun, and it's like I just be out there baking and shit. But I didn't know niggas was getting sunburn. And I seen somebody hella like sunburn, and I was like, what the fuck happened to you? And I was like, I didn't put no sunscreen on or sun lotion, whatever. Right. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like,
can't relate.
And it's not nothing against people.
And that's not even like, it's just literally a real fact of nature. You can't. There are certain people that can't even stand outside for a certain amount of time if the sun is beating hard enough.
And let me explain to you why does that matter? Who cares? It's just the sun. Guess what? We wouldn't breathe if it wasn't for the sun, because plants wouldn't grow without the sun. The sun is everything.
And for some reason, it charges us up and weakens you.
Whoever.
I'm saying whoever that is.
And so it's like, niggas got to know that.
I'm just saying, like, as a fact of life, like, what about
There's
that?
power in that.
Yeah. Like,
There's power in that. And it's not on some motherfucking fuck everybody else, we're stronger than everybody. No, that just means that when the game started, you know when video games start and you get to choose your character and each character has their own special power? Black people, we got some special ass powers going on. And they just need to know it, because Asian people, they know their special powers and they make sure their kids know it and their generations know it. Hispanics know their special powers and they make sure their kids know it. And the same with Caucasian people, Jewish people, everybody else other than black motherfuckers.
there's a reason they do not let those people assemble.
Like, am I lying about that, bro? As my young brother, like, keep it real, bro. Am I lying about that? Do niggas just be telling each other all, like, granted they say it, but do black people listen and do like how Hispanics have their culture, like they got it, like in the IE? Do niggas got that like?
Yo, the black community is so weird about showing love to each other. It's literally the craziest shit, and me and my nigga Chase talk about this all the time. Like, in our community, if a nigga fucks with you, even if he's not on no hater shit, like, he'll come to you in private and be like, "Hey, I see you, my nigga. Like, I fuck with you," but won't ever say it publicly. Like it's a bad thing to publicly fuck with somebody.
And okay, so let me ask you something, bro. And I don't mean to keep drawing back to this, but let me ask you something. Do you feel like because I want to relate to animals damn near with this shit. Like, do you feel like if animals seen, if lions seen their head lion keep doing something over, or the head lions keep doing something over and over and over, then the little lions coming up are going to keep doing what the bigger lions doing. Then they're going to get bigger. Then the little lions are going to watch them, and they're going to get bigger and do the same shit. And then it's going to keep happening and happening. And they're going to keep then a cycle is going to be created, right? So let me tell you what cycle was created between black people. Black people came here hating each other because the moment and this is why knowing the slave shit is so important. This is here, right here. You said you and Chase talk about it all the time. Here's your fucking answer right here. When we came here, my nigga, it was a competition. The moment we came here to be alive, who's strong, especially for men, who's stronger? Because old niggas got killed. Kids got killed.
You gotta think about this.
So then it's nigga, who's strongest? All right, cool. You get to go to a plantation. Then when you get on that motherfucking plantation, who's going to work the hardest is going to eat the best. Go not get their ass whooped. Then who actually, how do you think house niggas got created? And so when a house nigga got molded up to go to the house and put clothes on, he on a horse. You thought everybody at the plantation was happy about that? Hell the fuck no.
That culture starts.
So that's where the hate, because, and then they get used against you. You better do what Leon do, because Leon in the big house. Then it's that, listen, where do you think divide and conquer comes from, bro? That's a real thing, fam. That's war tactics.
Yeah, like
divide and conquer.
That, bro.
Divide and conquer. If you divide niggas, it's easy to conquer you. That's how we even got here in the first place. Every answer to what the fuck is going on with black people is right from the history. And that's why it's important. Niggas be looking around for the answers and they right the fuck there. To then, once you know the answers, it's power in knowing the answers. Because then I know how to maneuver out here. I'm not scared of police. I'm not scared of anything here. I don't have nothing to fear here because I know what my people were doing before they were here.
Right.
That's power.
That's what make you do that. It'll make you do that. Like, okay,
bro,
so
it's
what the
power,
fuck was
bro.
we doing?
That's power, bro.
And then you gotta think about like that.
What niggas was doing before there was the internet, and what was happening when niggas was dying before the internet, when niggas was having toothaches and shit before the internet and before this shit. Like, it was a real thing. Guess what we was doing? building fucking pyramids.
That
That's
lined
what.
up with the stars perfectly.
I feel like I just watched 12 Years a Slave.
You damn right you did. You damn right you did.
real
Freedom
shit,
of
though.
speech. Freedom of speech. And that's my job. We gonna kick it to you. We gonna kick the flavor, but you can't tell me I'm lying nowhere in it. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing, because I feel like that's the only thing I can honestly say. I feel you on that shit. Like, watching that shit, I can't, like, I get why people can't do it, but to know that it's a fact.
Why y'all scared of the truth? That's my
That's
only
what
thing.
makes me it damn
Don't
near
be
is
scared
it's
of the
your
truth.
obligation. And just like it's an obligation for every other culture, from Asian to white to Mexican to anything else, to actually realize the fact that the one thing you have to face, just like you don't like watching that slave shit, is the fact that the only language you know is English. And
Do you guys know why?
People be talking to their parents in native languages, bro? Like, you gotta go figure out what the fuck going on.
Why do y'all think they're so mad about niggas not standing for the flag? Because they know their culture behind the flag. They know the people who died for the flag, what the flag stand, all that bullshit that they talk about. That's why they're so mad. What y'all think they mad about?
Right. That's what they say. That's what every military nigga saying.
And then when you go do the history on what the flag stands for, it stands for conquering us and Hispanics and Indians. And that's what they're mad. Like, that's what the fucking shit is about. And so I'm going to be the nigga giving niggas 12 years a slave. I got to be. It's going to be your boy. Because I
Everybody
have to.
on top of that, everybody wants to be devastated, and I get it. And the prayers go out to people like Vegas and shit that's going on. But they're the first people to understand tragedy. But imagine that happening to a whole people. That was not 200 years ago, my nigga.
And that was
just like that. My granny can tell me about segregation when it was for real, which means her mom went
was a
through
slave
the shit,
for sure,
bro.
probably.
Like, that's not that
Niggas
far
talk about this
away,
the
bro.
biggest shooting in U.S. history. That's a lie.
That's a
Niggas
lie like
been airing
fuck.
out black
Niggas-
motherfuckers. And have you ever heard of Rosewood? That wasn't fake. Go look up Rosewood.
But see, that's what this is the type of stuff
Talk
that
to a
I've
nigga.
been saying. Like, none of this stuff is new. We just have access to it now.
Exactly.
We didn't have Twitter 5-10 years ago. We couldn't
right.
get automatic updates when a massacre happens.
Yeah.
None of this shit is new. It's just what's been happening and now you see.
Right. Yeah, 100%. But now it's like, now that you see it and you know it, what do we do about it? Now that you have the internet so that you can learn.
I think that's where everybody's disconnected. Nobody knows what to do.
Right.
And since we've never had it be in our face on this level, and there's so many different things to do, people are scrambling.
Yeah, I agree. That's tight. That's a great perspective. Because that's 100% it. Because back then, niggas only had one option and shit. It wasn't a grip of different things to even do. Niggas wasn't hoopers, football players, and all this different shit. Niggas worked at the railroad place.
Right.
Everybody worked at the railroad place. It was one option. So we all banding together and saying, fuck them, we ain't working no more? Cool. It was a one conversation thing.
Right.
Now it's hard to get it because you got niggas that don't want to get a pot up, which is cool. No one's telling you to give your pot up or stop your pot. You know what I'm saying? But do what you got to do. But like you said, this shit ain't new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But now we have awareness of it. Now we fully get to know everything we want to know. You got YouTube. If you want to know about the first Alaskan man to do 200 push-ups in the snow,
You can literally
you
Google
can
that
know
and find out
right
my nigga's
now.
name, whoever it is.
Right now.
The internet is really too much access. Like, this shit kind
Too
of
much.
scaring me, bro. Like, this, I've been, like, a couple months ago, I was, like, really looking into this dark web shit.
Oh,
And
word.
it's
What's
really,
that? Tell
you
the
never heard about
freedom
the
of
dark?
speech. What's the dark web?
Well, a lot of people know what the dark web is, but for those of you who don't know, the dark web is basically having full access to what the internet actually is. Like, the shit that we be on, like Twitter, YouTube, like
That's social media.
it's 4% of what the internet actually is. Even being on Google, like, there's levels of sites that you have to have access codes to even get into. Like, there's things that we used to go in, like middle school type shit. One of them is called like Onion. It's like proxy sites. You gotta have proxy sites to even enter into certain websites that's on the internet.
To get on their servers, yeah.
But the deeper you start getting into this type of stuff, it's like more shit. You liable to go through more shit. There's people that be in there like tracking IP addresses, like niggas can find where you live.
Yeah, for sure.
People go in there on certain, like there's different layers to it. So I'm going in looking at the different layers.
That's fire.
And it's like, okay, the first layer after you go through with the little proxies, you can look at like drugs, you can get guns and shit like that. But then I start getting 3 layers deep into the research, and it's like cannibalism sites, and there was a story of a dude that was talking about he went into he's like a hacker. He likes to go into shit like that. So he went into a site that turned out to be a torture site, and it's like people in there bidding on. Like, and whoever makes the highest bids, they get to choose
How a
what
person
gets
gets
done,
tortured?
how the person gets tortured.
Damn.
So the guy said he went in. It's like a membership only thing. He started going around, and I guess he wasn't asking the right questions because one dude was figuring out that he not supposed to be there, and then while that dude was figuring that out, another one is like trying to find his IP address, and he's like trying to answer the questions but block the dude from figuring out his IP address, but they're still hacking him, and then he was like, this nigga got me. So he had to like destroy his whole computer and get rid of, like, he said it was a special way that he had to dismantle it that you would only know if you're like in that world of computer shit. He had to get rid of it. He had to like do a bunch of shit with it just so they wouldn't find where he lived
And try to kill him.
Yeah,
And he be the next nigga getting tortured and bidded on.
that's why I'm like, what the fuck? And I know it's a real thing because I've seen movies about it.
Yeah.
And movies
And I don't sleep
people
on
don't
movies.
just come out with movies out of thin air. There's truth behind everything, just like there's lies behind everything.
Yes, sir.
And I watched a movie that was on that exact thing that he was talking about, and I'm like, oh shit! Like this is the type of shit that scares me. Like, after that, I was like, oh, I can't fuck with this shit no more. I'm not going into this internet shit. Like I was telling people, like, this, don't tell me nothing about the dark web. Like I'm off that shit. And that's not even like as deep
Even
as
the
it
depth
goes.
of it, yeah.
They were saying there's layers where there's layers where if you get that deep, the government will cut you off. Like you're not supposed to be here. Like they'll find you type shit. Like this is where they supposedly hide the secrets, like Area 51, if Atlantis is real, shit like that. Like locations of really important shit that we don't know to be true or not, like Bermuda Triangle type shit. And then like if you get past that, which I'm pretty sure nobody has,
Right.
But it's like if you get past that, you basically got control of everything.
Right.
And I don't doubt it because we see Area 51 or we see all this shit right there. We see the shit on the way to Vegas. Like, we look at it all the time. Nigga, and you not going over there. As soon as you even attempt to drive even close to even a quarter of a mile over there, they stop what you're doing. Stop driving. We will shoot. Like, niggas ain't playing with you. For what, though? What are y'all hiding?
I think it's a lot to be hid. Like, look at what they've even revealed to us now. Like, I just seen a video earlier of, like, over the last 3 years, I've been watching them not slowly progress because I know they've already had it figured out, but slowly reveal the whole Android thing.
Yeah, I seen that too. The Asian or something?
Yeah. Now, I don't know. It's to the point where I don't know if someone's lying or saying that's a robot and she's just playing around, or if that's really that. Because the last video I saw, something like that, it was pretty damn close.
Listen, androids are coming.
I'm already sure that it's already.
It's here.
They might fuck around and have them already in circulation type shit.
I wouldn't doubt it. And then Dragon Ball Z, shit like that. Like, niggas been saying Android, like, giving out
16.
Android hints. And then the Matrix.
Just even like iRobot and the shit that just recently happened with I think it was Zuckerberg, where they was having 2 androids and they was doing something with them, and the androids started communicating with each other, and they made up a language and they was talking back and forth like that, and they didn't know what the hell they was talking about, so they had to shut them down.
Period.
Like you don't know what the fuck could have been going on.
But see, because that's the problem with these niggas, and that's why trust and believe androids are out there. They just that's the reason they haven't unleashed them, because
Of that very reason.
because it's like we see in the movies when shit turns on you. The shit that you created and you blew it and you released it too soon, and then the shit is malfunctioning and trading on you. Out of nowhere, that shit done slapped you. Now it's talking a different language, like you said. Like, and I'm not sleeping on it. Why am I not sleeping on it? Because we used to say, damn, I can't wait till I could look at the person that I'm talking to on the phone while I'm talking to him. Now you got FaceTime. I can't wait till cars fly. Now you got airplanes, jets, because that's flying cars. I mean, soon we'll be able to fly them ourselves, but you got people flying their own airplanes.
I mean, we
Niggas didn't have planes.
We've seen videos of niggas with the jetpack on, really flying around the sky.
It's a dude that built his own Iron Man suit, and it's fully functional for flight.
This is real. I got word.
And so I'm not sleeping on no type of Android. That's easy. That's not hard. That's not even hard when you really think about it with the technology that these motherfuckers know.
Right. We have face scan. I can make the characters that I use look exactly.
You mean to
like
tell
me?
me I just be doing? He be whipping his phone out, making his phone do crazy shit. You mean to tell me the smartest people on the U.S. fucking team can't build androids?
Right.
I mean, I know that they have androids because they have shit, even just like those little vacuums that move around on their own.
Come on now.
Like,
Right.
just small inclinations of, yeah, y'all already figured this shit out. It's just I know they're trying to
It's strategy.
perfect it, what they want to do with it.
And when they want to do it, it's a strategy. What I can say about this European government that controls the U.S. and has controlled this shit forever is them is some strategic, smart motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck how much they can't stand in the sun and whatnot.
Right.
Let's say fuck all that. So here comes the praise that if y'all was wondering whoever is white and Caucasian or was like, damn,
cold. Y'all definitely cold.
yeah, no one's ever questioning the intelligence of a Caucasian at all. Not even a drop. The motherfuckers are incredible. And they're very strategic. And the number one thing about Caucasians that they have over black people is they patient. They don't got no problem waiting 30 years to get the point across if they got to. 20. How many motherfucking white fucking serial killers and shit wait 15 years till they did some shit they've been planning for 15 years and shit? Niggas don't care. They patient. They're very fucking prestige. Very prestige, very strategic, very fucking on top of their shit. So Androids is coming. It's just going to come when the chips come, because that's coming. When they're slowly getting to all that fingerprints, and everything's gonna be fingerprint based. You go in the bank, you got a fingerprint and shit. Everything's gonna be fingerprint based.
I don't even
face
think it's gonna
scan
be
based.
fingerprint based.
What it's gonna be?
I didn't see, and I always relate shit back to movies that I've seen because that's a lot of how I consume shit. But I've seen so many different versions of what it could be. I feel like it's gonna be something even crazier than what we've even seen. Like Justin Timberlake in Time, like how they use time as currency, and that's how they keep track of niggas and shit. Like,
Yeah, and
like,
that's doable.
and just shit like with certain shit I've seen. Like, I don't remember if it was Black Mirror or some shit that I watched where they just have like chips or like it's gonna go past having to physically touch someone. You're just gonna be able to get scanned, and they just gonna know.
Damn near every street sign you walking by is a scanner and shit.
Yeah,
It's scanners in your crib that know when you leave. Scanners in your car.
niggas
your car
have
won't turn
phones with
on.
face
Oh,
scanners.
they already
now.
know that. They already know all of that. All of that's already documentable. Like,
But what I mean is,
I don't need a What I'm saying is, I don't even need a camera for that. All I need is, okay, what time did he leave his crib? Well, shit, check his GPS. What time did he search this? So you search as soon as you pulled out, you searched, blam, that's what time he left his crib. Now let's check the scanners on that freeway. Okay, boom, yep, there he is. He's right there going under such and such by the fast track. He's identifiable right there. Did you stop at the gas station? Run his credit cards. Okay, boom, and he stopped right here. It's not hard to do it no more. Like, and this is just off the top of my brain.
right, and that's what I mean. That's the disguised version. That's the disguised, and so what's coming and it's around the corner. If you ask me, is the Trump version of it, where it's no longer disguised anymore.
Right, it's not hidden from you.
It's because, like, for instance, like that whole scenario you just explained, that caters to people with money, with credit cards, with GPSs and phone. What about the broke average motherfucker that they're getting chips? Everywhere you move, you're going to be able to be identified.
This makes
I know
that
that's
movie
coming.
Eagle Eye scare me so much.
This nigga knows too many movies.
I have a movie to reference everything in life.
That's that.
Literally everything.
Straight up.
That's right.
Eagle Eye, like I don't know. Have you guys seen that movie?
Hell no.
I think I have.
It's a movie with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have seen that. I think I have seen
That's
that.
a movie we need
It's
to watch.
basically
We watching Baller Blocking.
his basically he got into some shit and they can watch him from everywhere. Every camera,
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
every radio
I seen that.
signal.
That shit crazy.
Where you went, bro.
Like
I
crazy.
definitely gotta
that to fact that can be now, that concept mixed with like Batman and Dark Knight and how he was using everything as like a sonar, so he didn't even have to see it, but he could see it on some Daredevil shit just from radio signals. Like those two concepts combined and just being able to see everyone everywhere, that's fucking crazy. That's scary as hell.
This nigga love movies.
And that's why
And I
everybody
love
got
it.
a phone, and they've made sure everybody wants a phone, and that's why Toys R Us is going out of. Toys R Us is really going out of business.
I'm surprised
And
it
they,
took this long.
and they only
Kids
want
got
particular
phones and
particular phones at that. Not just making you
reason
want
for
a
that.
cell phone, because we've all been wanting cell phones. But now, if you notice, they're drawing it down to one phone.
I'm convinced there's only 2 phones at this point.
Androids and iPhones.
Simple. And the bullshit. Some niggas out here with their little bullshit phones. But you know, it's a crazy game. But we in it. It's 2017. You know what I mean? We going into the 18. And the only thing I'm asking y'all to do is wise up. You know, that wraps up this episode. You know, we going in. We could do this all night. But it's just been a dope freedom of speech segment. You know, and just I want, like I say, I put vibes in here. I put free minds and free speakers and people who ain't gonna be scared. You know, and it's dope to have different outlooks, different aspects, different times of life, different opinions, all in one room, one session, and really just chop it. You know what I mean? And really figure out shit. Cause you putting us on game on shit, we putting you on game on shit. We all learning from each other. We all gotta water each other. We plants out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just like the sun helping all of us grow. At the end of the day, we all benefit from the sun. And we all plants and we all got to be watered, and that's what we doing. We watering each other. And if you on this motherfucking Freedom of Speech podcast right now, you vibing with this right now, that you dig, make sure you done left your comments, all type of damn like buttons, messages, shit, I don't know. Do everything you allowed to do on SoundCloud. And if any of this segment, any of this episode hit home for you, make sure you comment it up. If any of it pissed you off, remember not to take anything personally. And that wraps up another episode of Freedom of Speech. That shit was crazy. I mean, I really ain't got much to say. Shit, it was like a damn near 2-hour long episode. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. It was all type of gems all over. Go follow the 2 bros. Follow the page. Like it. Comment. Share. Damn it. Play it for your mama. Do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure this shit get out, because people need to know it. People need to hear it. It's a real thing, and we living in it. So spread the vibes. And I hope y'all have a good one, man. Y'all spread the love. Y'all stay free from resisting everyone else. Focus resisting everyone else. Yeah.